Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Cottage Home and Garden. I am Connie, and it's officially spring break. I am so freaking happy. Anyway, I'm about to refresh my Greenstalks, get some things planted in there. Let me show you what I'm doing. Okay, this is my regular Greenstalk. It has 5 tiers. So I'm going to go ahead and take this apart and see what we got going on in here. I'm going to set all the water reservoirs and stuff to the side, and I'm going to work on pulling these apart. Well, I thought it was going to be really compacted in here, but it's not. It does need more soil, and we're going to leave the chives and the sage. I still have some sage in here. And then we're just going to plant in all of these open spaces. So let me go ahead and pull this one off. I'm going to set this one on the table and refresh it first. This one was chives. What is that? Well, let me get it off here, get it on the table, and go through and we'll add some more soil, some fertilizer, yeah, and get it planted back up. Okay, I've got it down here, and I'm going to go ahead and keep these because they are so good. I used my garden marker, and they did not fade, and I'm probably going to replant some of this stuff in here. It's getting kind of hot for some of these things, like the salad lettuce and the romaine, and the red leaf amaranth ought to do really, really well even in the heat, but my chickens will love these. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant some of these up here just to give my chickens a treat. So I'm gonna keep those. Y'all, I have waited, I don't know how long to get my hands in this dirt. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna leave them in there. Root balls. Let me take some of this soil out because I need to add some new soil in and kind of refresh it. I'm going to try really hard not to disturb my chives. But I want to leave myself enough room to put some nice fresh soil on the top. Most of the stuff that's going in here will probably not be perennial, so it'll probably die back. So I don't need this depth of soil in here. It's not going to form roots long enough to go all the way down to the bottom. I do not want acorns. There are acorns everywhere. But I'm going to dig it out enough to where the first 4, 5, 6 inches of soil is going to be fresh. And I'm only going to do what plants that I have. So I'll save the seeding for after I get everything back together, because I really don't want to have to try and figure out how many plants I have and where I'm going to put everything. So I'm just going to plant this up, and then I'll do the seeds after I get it all put back together. And I am not getting rid of that soil. Y'all know I use the big salt lick tubs and the horse grain mineral tubs to plant in. So, and you definitely don't need this much soil in there. You need that much soil, you just don't need that much great soil. This soil still drains really well, so I'm going to go ahead and use that in the bottom of the buckets. What I don't use to put back in here, some of it's going right back in here. I'm going to mix in some new soil and some fertilizer and maybe even some seed starting mix, because basically all it is oh baloney, what is it? Like peat moss and stuff. It has no nutrients in it. It just helps with drainage. So let me get this cut off. What did I do with my scissors? Excuse me. I did not need 2 bags of seed starting mix because I cut my seed starting way down this year. Yeah, there is absolutely no nutrients in this because seedlings don't need them. I need to get something to scoop that out. It's been out here. This is my potting soil that I bought. Not potting soil, whatever soil that I bought last year. And it's been sitting out in the bag, so it's nice and wet. Yeah, it's potting mix. And if you don't know what a Greenstalk is, I'll go ahead and link a video. It's on my other channel. I'll either link it or I'll try to upload it on this one, maybe both, so you can see when I open my Greenstalks. I don't know if I showed you planting in them. I did show you an unboxing and told you a little bit about them. They are awesome, and you can grow 30 plants in about 2 square feet because you're growing vertically. Let me just start with that. And I'm gonna throw in some garden tone. It's made by Spoma Organic, and it's really good to get your plants started. I'm gonna put it directly in here and mix it in. And then I think I'm gonna throw just a little bit down inside here. It's made to where it's not gonna really burn your plants. Oh, there's some. My chive roots are all the way into the middle, which is fine with me. So we're gonna throw some of this right there by it and call it good. All right, mix this in together, refill this, and then I'm gonna go pull some of my new plants and plant them in here. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna stack these the same way I have them stacked now. Depends on what I plant in each row and where I wanna plant my individual seeds. So we shall see. Nothing like dirt under your fingernails. I hate it, but I love this. Now, if this soil wasn't already damp from being outside, we got a little bit of rain yesterday, I would add some water to this just to make it to where it's not so bone dry when you put it in there, because really dry soil is harder to get the moisture in than soil that's already damp. I am going to overhead water these, and I'm going to water through the watering system that's in this, just to make sure everything gets started really well. I am going to throw some more of this up around my chives. It's not really going to hurt them. They'll just grow up. But I want to get some of this nicer soil, the refreshed soil, up around them. So I'm not wasting any of this soil. It's all going to be used. And there's leaves in here. I don't care. It's brown matter. It'll compost down while it's in there. All right, let me grab my seedlings. Ouch. Run into the door. I bought a lot of stuff. All of these are not going in here. I have some strawberries and some tomatoes that I bought, but most of the stuff here on this end is going to go in this Greenstalk. So the top tier last year, I had my greens in, so the lettuces and stuff like that. And I think I might leave that. I might do it just like that this year. So let me go ahead and finish filling this up. I left it down a little bit because I thought I was going to be digging some holes, but I am not. I'm going to go ahead and fill this all the way up because these are where my seeds are going to go. The amaranth, the lettuce mix, and that one's done. Let me pull another one off. It has my sage in it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and completely plant that one. So I'm going to move this one out of the way, bring that one up. Okay. This one has 2 sage plants in it, and they are doing okay. Definitely could use a refresh. What else did I have in here? Slow bolt cilantro. Blue Lake bush beans. I will be replanting those. This is oregano. Let me tell you the variety. This is just a regular sage. Nothing fancy about that. I am going to get rid of this. I don't know what this was. Let me see if I can smell it. Because it's all over the place. Oh, it's the oregano. Even the stems smell like oregano. I am going to try and pull out some of these leaves. Now, I'm not going to show you cleaning all of these out. I am going to get this one cleaned out and get it replanted, show you how we do that. And then I'm going to do the rest and then come back with some cleaned water reservoirs, show you how to put it back together. Because you don't need to watch every single one. And the strawberry tower is the same way. It is a little bit different because it is a leaf, Greenstalk leaf, because it has extra layers on it and they're shorter. I'm going to get as much, I don't know why I'm doing it in there. I'm going to get as much of this soil off the bottom of this as I can. And my air conditioner just came on. It's going to be 80 something degrees here today, y'all, which I do not have a problem with. All right. Again, I'm going to take some of this out. Mix it in with some fresh, some of that seed starting mix, because all that is going to do is give us some drainage and some fertilizer, and put it back in and get it planted up. Ooh, there's bugs in here. I don't know what kind they are. Oh well. I will not be spraying them. They're not ants, but they are just living their best life down in there. All right, I'm not going to go too much farther over here because my sage roots are coming out into the middle. I'm going to do this away and get some of the fresh and just go ahead and top dress this. Not too much because I really don't want to cover up the base of it an awful lot. But those roots are going to come out into the middle where the fresh soil is, and they will be super happy. I'm going to go ahead and throw a little handful of the Espoma garden tone on here. It's really hard to over fertilize with this stuff, so I'm not too worried about throwing it on there. Espoma is really good fertilizer, really good company, because their stuff, it is organic, and I'm not growing a 100% organic garden, but wherever I can, and if I know that it's a really good quality product, I'll try to use it. All right. most of this on the bottom was the stuff that I've already refreshed. Move that stuff that I just threw in there out of the way. Excuse me. And I could tell it's springtime because my allergies are horrendous. Now I'm not going to completely fill these up because I need to be able to dig some holes and then I can backfill. And I say I'm not as I keep filling it up. All right. Dr. Pepper. I always blow bubbles in it whenever I'm outside because I do not want to suck up a bee. So I blow it down in there, and even if I'll have some bee legs in there, but it won't be coming up in the straw. All right. What do I want to put in here? Let me show you what I got. So I have thyme, and this is just a dill. This is tricolor sage. How pretty is that? So I think that's going to go right in there since we'll keep our sage all together. This is rosemary. Now this should be perennial. It should keep coming back. Depends on how hard a freeze you get. This is I don't remember. Neptune's orange. What is this? I'm wondering, it shouldn't be a mint. I'm not sure. Alright. This is a pineapple mint. This one's not going in my Greenstalk or else it would take over. This will go in a pot somewhere and kept contained. This is a mint. So, and this is cilantro. Unless it's slow bolt cilantro, it doesn't last very long because cilantro does not like the heat. And I have no idea what this is, but it was in with the herbs and it is so dang pretty, so I'm just gonna plant it. I bought it. I put it in one of the Facebook groups to see if they could tell me what it is. Yeah, look how pretty those leaves are. And then of course I have one thing of basil that has 3 different things in it. Now this one's due for a trim. I'm not gonna trim it for a few days. Sorry, I just kicked the tripod. I'm gonna plant one in each cell and I'm not gonna trim it until it gets its feet. I'm gonna give it about a week to settle in and then I'm gonna start trimming it. That way it's gonna get bushier. I do have several different kinds of basil in my greenhouse that I started from seed. Oh my goodness, hold on y'all. I just saw this. I bought these strawberries, look. Might be snacking on that while I'm planting. These are going in the leaf Greenstalk. So anyway, I don't have as many as I thought I did. So I think I have 3 more down here and I want to have some immediate green in each one. So I'll definitely put the sage in there. I have these 3. Is that a mint? Yeah, that's pineapple mint. I'll put this one. These I think are some sort of mints. I need to look and see what this is before I plant it. Because I can't, let me taste it. That's a mint. That's not going in here. So these 3 are staying right here. So I really only have, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more plants. So I could do 3, 6, 7, 8. That's plenty. So I'll have green in each one and then I'll come back and do my seedlings. So all I'm going to do I watered these really well last night so they would be nice and happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this all the way up to the edge and dig a hole. You can fluff these out a little bit if you want to. Just open them up a little bit so they know that it's time to start spreading out. Plant it down to just where the crown is at the soil level, and then put your soil in around it. I don't like to put mine right directly on the edge because that's the part that dries out the quickest. And then I'm going to pack this soil in around it. I'm going to keep that. I might have to make some tags. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish filling this all the way up because I'm going to put seeds in each one of these. And then I'm going to pull the rest of these off, refresh them, fertilize them, clean off all of my water reservoirs and make sure everything is good to go. And then I will show you how I put them all back together. Okay. I have everything refreshed and ready to go back. I've rinsed off all of my water reservoirs. I'm going to put it back together. And I've almost decided how I want them to go. This is my rosemary. And this is on a spinner. That way, if one side is not getting enough sun, I can just spin it around to the other side. Where did I put it? Right here. So, this is not completely clean. It doesn't have to be. But this is a water reservoir, and it has 6 holes. It's going to drain down into the 6 pockets, and the water will go down through here if it's over full and drain out the bottom. So I'm going to make sure I line up my holes with each pocket. And just set it down in there. Now I'm going to grab my next tier and let me go with this one. And these pockets kind of alternate, so they just sit right down over top of each other. And I'm trying really hard not to mess up. There we go. Right down. That one's on top of there. Okay. Another water reservoir. Just keeping in mind where my holes are, where they will go straight down into these different pockets. Now I'm going to bring my sage one in. And if you notice, I'm kind of alternating where my green plants are. That's just for aesthetics, because I just want green all over the place. These are not light, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not squishing any of my new plants. That one fits there. And there. All right, we are settled in that one. And I leveled up the base. I put it on a piece of concrete. I leveled it up last year, and I'm not worrying about it right now. My next water reservoir. The soil is already drying out. It's so warm out here. Just the top layer. There we go. And then I'm going to do this one. It gets harder as you go up because these suckers are heavy. These are all sitting down. Perfect. Last here, I'm going to tilt y'all up just a little bit. Lots of road noise, guys. And lining up my holes. And the last one, the sucker's going to be heavy. Gangly. There we go. Nope. Turn. Thank you. This is the most difficult part. This side. That's good. Why? There we go. There. Hopefully that one, and we shall see in just a minute. Alright, top plate goes on. These have covers, but you don't have to use them. They don't come with them. You have to order them separately. They also have an irrigation system that comes with them, but that's not absolutely necessary either. All right, we are locked in. Now, I'm not going to water this right now because I'm not ready to. I need to go ahead and get my seedlings in. But you see the reservoirs in between here. So now I have green on every level. And I'm going to have green in every pocket, hopefully, here soon. Casey wanted to come say hi. She needs a Casey spa day. Say hi, mamas. Say hi. Say hi. She's a lazy dog. I'm a lazy dog. I know. And Michael's got the four-wheeler running. I guess he likes to run it every once in a while. All right, say bye. Say bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. This one's done completely stacked. And this one over here, if I can turn without making you dizzy, completely done. I found a strawberry baby from one of the runners. It was deep inside, so I brought it out, transplanted it. It's pouting a little bit, but it needs some water. That's it. I fertilized around all the existing strawberry plants, planted my other ones. So now I have 2 strawberries in each row with room for the runners. Once I allow them to grow, I'm going to go ahead and plant beans and stuff in these. And by the time the beans are done, I'll have allowed the runners to come out, and I'll be able to take those up and put them in the open spaces around the mother plants. So right now, I need to get these watered in. I'm going to rinse it all off and then water it from the outside. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill up that reservoir, and I'm going to fill it up until I see water coming out. There's a hose that's attached to these on the bottom. And the excess water, once all those little water reservoirs fill up on all the tiers, it puts the excess out, so you really don't overwater. And I'm going to do that twice. I'm going to let it completely drain, let it set, and then I'm going to do it again. On top of watering these in from the outside, because I need to clean off the plants. There's soil on everything. Now this one, all I did was plant some romaine on the top, and some red leaf amaranth. And some salad blend. So I'm going to fill this sucker up. My water hose barely reaches. Normally I have a different hose, but it's going back there to the chickens right now. This one's in my greenhouse and it doesn't have to be that long. And I don't know, y'all probably aren't able to see, but the water is dripping out right here into here. And I don't see anything dripping out of this next layer just yet, but it kind of has to fill up. I haven't watered these in a while because I haven't needed to. Go ahead and top water my seeds. Get those set in real well. And give everybody a good drink. And I'm even watering where I don't have any seeds or anything, because I want to keep that soil where it's not going to repel the moisture. And since I put fertilizer in all of these, I just want to make sure that that fertilizer starts to dissolve. I am not seeing. Oh, because I'm stupid. I'm not going to see it. It drips out in here. I was like, wait a minute. I don't see the water dripping under here. I'm not going to see it. Y'all, it's the first time I'm using this spring. There's a lot more soil in this one, so it's going to take a minute for it to get completely full. That little bit that I put in the top was not near enough. I'll go ahead and add some more. Okay. I've got this as far as I'm going to get it for right now. We're going to go meet my mother-in-law and her brother for dinner at the Knights of Columbus, because it's Lent and they have a fish fry every Friday night. So like I said, I'm gonna leave a video to the unboxing of this down in the description. I love these things. So this Greenstalk will hold 6 times 5 is 30, so I can put 30 plants in here. And the leaf has 42 planting holes, y'all. 42 plants. Each of them only takes up about 2 square feet. So if you have tight space, this is something that will allow you to plant a lot of food in a small space. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Click the bell so you're notified every time that I upload or that I go live. Hopefully that'll happen pretty quick. And yeah, happy gardening, y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye.